Good afternoon. This is Shamakacharya, and this is my first work product regarding Kentucky Home Kitchen operations. Regarding to home-based kitchens, acting like restaurants. First of all, we will start out with good home kitchen practices. Again, let's start out with providing the food. We have to consider the health of the customer first. Have the area look to be clean like a restaurant as possible. And the things that we had to do is clean and sanitize the places, like the kitchen areas where we prepare food, serving locations, and the cooking equipment like pots and pans. And we had to consider the allergy of the customers. And to prepare food at the appropriate temperature and for the appropriate duration. Just as stated in the previous slide, you need to look like an actual restaurant like Wendy's or McDonald's when it comes to healthy inspection in order to keep the health of the customers intact. And this includes storing food at appropriate temperatures, but not between 41 degrees or 135 degrees, not between those two ranges, or else microorganisms love to stay and grow there. And then properly handle these kinds of foods because the pathogens will grow and multiply and could potentially cause health complications, foodborne illnesses. And these are food of animal origins that have been heat treated, and the same thing for plant-based foods or raw seed sprouts. And the same thing for cut melons, unaltered garlic in oil mixtures by any means, and prepare packaging and utensils for one-time use for food consumptions, like plastic utensils, plastic cups, plastic plates, and plastic wrap for takeout foods. Keep your customers safe from home-based foodborne illnesses. For home-based processors, as stated from the University of Kentucky College of Agriculture, Food and Environment, they do not necessarily have to be farmers living in Kentucky. They can be outside of the state. And foods that are low-risk products do not have to be refrigerated. Products made outside to be embraced processing to have a permit. Essentially saying products that are made outside of this list need to have some form of permits. Permits need to be used for certified kitchens or from the Kentucky Food and Safety Branch where people can get permits to sell food products. And this is differentiating home-based processors versus microprocessors in the state of Kentucky, as stated from the University of Kentucky College of Ag, Food and Environment. And one key thing that stands out for me is the amount of profit that home-based kitchens have to make make profit for, and then they can sell at certain places, but microprocessors cannot. And receipt recipe approval for home-based processors do not have to get training based on what UK's College of Ag and Environment has to state. And here, the COVID-19 practices also affects here. And here are the key aspects to wear is wear a mask to prevent the spread of COVID-19 with so that people with medical conditions don't get affected as much that are with weak immune systems. Socially distance 6 feet apart. Don't get very close to people who are sick. And this is pretty much what I mentioned with the previous point. And get vaccinated, definitely. Avoid crowds and poor ventilated areas. And definitely wash your hands frequently. Then cover your sneezes and coughs so that you don't spread the disease all over the place. And clean and disinfect surfaces that you come across. And monitor your health. And this includes symptoms and temperatures of signs of the infection, the same way that I have been tested and doing quick tests with the symptoms before going to the hospital for my doctor visits. This is a few repetitive statements that I've mentioned in the previous slides with if no cross-contamination of food due to food allergies for some people, and properly package all the utensils and foods / beverages for one-time use only. And this is from the Kentucky Food Safety Branch. As I had mentioned in the previous slides, in the couple of seconds ago. This is a recap of what I've been stating in this presentation over and over again. Like, do not store food between 41 degrees to 135 degrees Fahrenheit, which includes room temperature, and then properly cook food at a certain temperature and for durations. And these are hazardous foods if not properly cooked and properly stored, which could lead to health complications. And label the food being stored to prevent confusion, which could also cause health complications if people don't know what the heck they're consuming, which could lead to problems like allergic reactions. This is the guidelines for having a nutritional label for home-based processors from the University of Kentucky College of Agriculture, Food, and Environment. And the first one is the name the address of the place where the food is processed, what ingredients that it had, net weight and volume of the food product in standard measure or numerical count. This was made in home, use 10-point font, date of processing, and any allergic reactions that this food may contain for safety reasons. And on the right is an example of all of those statements. This is my reference page of all the sources that I've used to make this presentation. Thank you for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Bye-bye.